Okay, remember that they are changing my voice. Eugenics comes from England, right? And Nathan Bedford Forrest, who started the Ku Klux Klan, according to historians, was of English descent. And eugenics is something that's defined by Francis Galton, who was a statistician, a Freemason, and so on and so forth, who received all kinds of awards in England. Okay, he defines it as the study, the science of the agencies under social control, okay, that improve or impair the mental and racial and physical qualities of future generations. Some of that effect, it's on the screen, right? I'm paraphrasing, doing off the top of my head. And you can see that I'm right about it. And this is, something that's alive and well today. The eugenic movement is alive and well, right? The Rockefeller Foundation. There isn't a major corporation that can say that it has nothing to do with eugenics. And then, of course, there's, black ops, psychological operations. And the point of psychological operations, right, is to control sexual behavior. I'll prove that in further future exhibits. So Psyche, is the consort of Eros, who's a deity of pagan love, right? Pagan kind of rape by deception love. And Eros is where we get the word erotic, and Psyche is where we get the word psychological. And Ops, okay, was the wife of Saturn. Some people consider Satan. And when you put the two words together, Psyche and Ops, you get Psychops. And Ops, okay, also known as Rhea, is said to be raped by Mars, the deity of Roman, pagan, Western, martial arts. Not a deity I worship the one true God. So you can see that, other people are very much disqualified for many reasons. One, my martial art challenge, legal and peaceful, I've had it for, since 2013, and it's 2024. They failed to beat me. Representatives from every martial art you can imagine came across me. People tried to beat me, they lost, and lots of people admitted that they couldn't beat me. And you could just tell right away they couldn't beat me. And, a lot of people play stupid, troll me, what have you. And that's that. We'll get to, in the next, I guess I'll do it in the next exhibit, we'll get to Tatib, right, which is the art. It's an Egyptian martial art. It's the art of being straightforward and honest through the use of the stick. Now, the stick has a lot of implications. It's a phallic symbol like the spear. A spear is basically a stick with a spearhead, right? And the word spear, S-P-E-A-R, is rapes scrambled, right? It's called an anagram, right? It's an anagram for the word rapes, okay? So the people who are of this world, they use martial arts as rape by deception arts, and we'll define that, if I remember correctly, in the video after this. And I'm going to go ahead and put that Striking Distance book cover at the end of this video. I forgot to put it in the last video or so. So you see that there's an organized effort to cheat me, especially, first and foremost, and people who aren't from the governing class, okay, using science and chemistry and psychology and depopulating the third world, the underdeveloped nations, so on and so forth. So that people, you can't build on that, because martial arts are generational, as you can imagine. You can't build on cheating other people and then say, hey, look at me, guys. But the difference between that and me is that, that I come from the top martial arts line, right? It's right there in the word Kuro Obi, Kuro meaning black and Obi meaning built. And Obi in my tribe, which is Igbo, which is the word Obi spelled backwards, means King Hard Hut, Essence Center, Temple Core. So I'm from the royal family line. However, other people who are in my family, even they can't claim to be the top martial arts in the future, or any other Igbo or anyone else, because of tech, breeding, and generational ill-gotten gains. Okay, you don't even need to know that my divine verdict is no one will ever be the top martial artist again. All marriage is unvowed. No one should reproduce. These things are obvious. I mean, look at the state of the world. Artificial intelligence, brain hacking, psychological operations, right? So people know that due to cheating, tech, breeding, and generation of ill-gotten gains, that no one is going to be a valid top martial artist after me. Then there's evolution, right? If the golden retriever, with all due respect to everybody and all the animals or whatever, if the golden retriever was able to speak and it said, hey, the leopard doesn't have superior genes, you would say, man, that's bullshit, right? You would say that's stupid. And one of the main differences, right, and arguably almost the entire difference, is the brain function. The brain function of a golden retriever makes it so that when they reproduce, a golden retriever comes out, right? The brain function of a leopard makes it so that it comes out, right? And then there's God's plan in nature and so on and so forth. So no one else, including other black people, as I've demonstrated in the exhibit before this, the video before this, okay, has the ability to say, hey, we're like him. Black people are the most diverse group of people. So everyone else, including other black people, you know, don't have the genes to be the top martial artists, and they don't have the logic, right, the wisdom, the logical justification to say that they're a valid top martial artist, because they're supposed to stop breeding, because the state of the world, so many people have been cheated. Okay, and they even prevented me from having a suitable helper, and I'm 42 years old. They even prevented me from having a wife and a family and children. I raised myself, which means it ends. Okay, they cheated everybody, so to speak, including their own offspring in a sense at least. Okay, and so it ends. So no one is a valid moral leader. If you're not a valid moral leader, you're just a piece of shit, right? So people shouldn't reproduce, or they're reproducing